Hello, I'm DeDe. In this 30-minute yoga session, we'll pay attention to and cultivate deeper levels of inner strength, also known as mindfulness, as well as outer strength, also known as our physical strength, stability, and balance. Here's what you'll need. A yoga mat, if you're on a hard floor like I am. Turn it in this orientation if so. If you're on a carpet, you might be okay. You'll want a folded towel for some padding. You'll want some water for hydration. You can take off your shoes and socks and make sure you have plenty of space. You're always going to perform the moves at your own perfect pace, and you'll pay attention to what's happening. So you'll be doing the right amount of everything. All right, we're coming down into a lying on our back supine position. So I want you to come down any way that works for you. And then if you need your folded towel under your head as a pillow, go ahead and place that back there now. And then we will recline all the way down on the elbows, and then all the way down. And then you can keep your knees bent, or you can straighten your legs. Now we're going to do some deep nostril breathing. So breathing in and out through the nose. And then eyes open or closed, it doesn't matter. You can rest your hands on your abdomen here just to be more aware or more mindful of the rise and the fall of each breath. Let's be mindful not only of the rise and the fall of each breath, but also of where the floor is touching your body. So where do you notice it? And then where do you notice that the floor is not touching your body? Where do you feel the air circulating around your skin? Notice if you have any tension that's lingering in your body. And when you notice it, just let it go for now. And then if your eyes are closed, you can let them open. And again, you can still have your knees bent or straight. Let's press the palms together now, shoulders away from the ears, and go side to side with the hands. We're limbering our wrists, because eventually we'll have some body weight resting on our hands. So we want to prepare our wrists, our hands, and our forearms. And then separate your hands, make a light fist and circle in both directions. Keep your deep breathing going here. And then open up your fingers and flex and extend your wrists. And then circle. All right, and then we'll take our arms out to the sides with the shoulders away from ears. Bend your knees if they're not already bent. And separate your feet a little wider than your shoulders. Let's inhale. On the exhale, your knees go over to one side and your head turns opposite. And then come back to center and inhale, and then go the other way on your exhale. We'll do this for a moment back and forth at the pace of the deep breathing. Be mindful right now of your breathing depth. Keep it deep. Be mindful and aware of what you're creating, what sensations you're creating in your body right now. What do you feel? Let's do one more of these. And then we'll come back to the center. Now we walk our feet in so they're hip joint distance apart. Now we inhale, press the feet down, lift the pelvis up, try to get your spine neutral, and then exhale, drop the hips back down. Inhale, exhale, lift the hips up. And then we'll keep going with the breathing. Inhale, the hips come down. Exhale, lift the hips up. Now go with your breathing. Press your feet down. Lift your hips up, press your arms down. Relax everything as you inhale and do it again. Press your arms down, press your feet down. If you have that pillow under your head, you might want to take it away for this. If you have any strain in your neck, take the pillow away. One more. Try not to turn your head the whole time. Bring your head back to center when you can. Now, let's bring the knees in, one hand on one knee, the other hand on the other knee, and then we'll circle clockwise and counterclockwise with our knees. So they meet in the middle, and then they go in different directions, and they meet in the middle. Try to create this motion with your arms so your back and your hips can relax. Now let's go the other direction. At one point your back may be arched off of the floor a little bit, and then at another point it might be flatter. All right, then we keep the knees into the chest and we point and flex the feet, starting to limber through the ankles, warming up through the lower legs. Now circle your ankles around in one direction and in the other direction. Now from here the arms come down and we press one heel up toward the ceiling and then the other heel. Press and press, limbering through the backs of our legs, keeping that flex in your foot for now. right, and then we bend both knees back into the chest, hold on to the knees, circle the ankles around in one direction and the other direction. Now we'll turn all the way over onto our side, and with the hands, we'll press ourselves up. Now we're coming to a hands and knees position. You may want to get your folded towel, put it right about at the halfway point on your mat. Place your knees on top of it. So with our hands and knees, you can be here on your fists or down here, flat on your palms. See which one works better for you. And then the shoulders are over the wrists, the knees are underneath the hips. Just hold neutral for a moment. Holding a neutral spine involves our abdominals, our back muscles, our shoulders, and our hips. So see if you can feel all of that involvement. Be mindful of what you're creating right now. Let's tuck the toes under behind us. Nothing too extreme, just a little bit of toe stretch. Can you feel that happening? Are you still stable and braced through your middle? Now let's untuck the toes. Take a giant step forward with your hands. Inhale, and as you exhale, pick up one hand and reach the arm through. This is threading the needle. And then inhale back to center. Exhale, thread the needle the other direction. And then we'll switch. So bend your supporting arm so you can drop down. Your reaching arm is as straight as you can make it. So you get a little rotation through your spine, a little shoulder stretch, and a little forward bend. One more each direction. And then we'll sit ourselves back now into child's pose. So let your arms extend, let your hips sit back as far as they can. Now if you need something that's a little less folded, this is a good option here for child's pose. Otherwise, sit back as far as you can. Fold yourself as far as you can. Your hands are shoulder width distance apart. Now inhale and come forward. And then exhale and move back. See if you can move your hands a little bit further forward. Come a little further forward each time if you're able to. Exhale as you sit back. Inhale as you come forward, shoulders away from ears. Exhale as you sit back. So feel the work and then the rest. This should feel like some work. And then be mindful of feeling the work shutting off as you sit back. Two more. This is the kneeling version of plank pose into extended child's pose, and one more. All right, now we move both hands over to the left side and we step our right foot forward. So here we are in a kneeling lunge. You can come up on your left fist and place your right hand on your thigh. You can be up on a yoga block if you have one of those. You can be flat down on your palm or on your fingertips. Lots of options here. Now we're going to twist, so make sure that this front knee is over the ankle. Let your right arm come down on the outside of your right leg. Inhale, Exhale, let's twist open to the right. Now we'll switch sides. So you have the same options here, fingertips or fists or palm. Inhale, exhale and twist left. And then we'll do it again. To the right. And to the left. All right, let's switch. Both hands over to the right. Step your left foot forward. Make sure that your knee is still on your extra padding. And then fingertips or fist or palm or yoga block. Inhale, left arm on the outside. Exhale, twist to the left. And then we'll switch. Let's take both hands on the inside of our left foot now, and we're going to come up. Now I want to make sure that you're facing me, so turn your toes out toward the corners of your mat. Take your hands on your legs and come up. Straighten your knees. Inhale, bend your knees, sit back with your hips and hinge forward. We'll do that again. So you're facing me. Keep your balance, and remember, it's always okay to be near a wall if you need that to feel secure while you're balancing. As your knees bend, they're not bending very much, but as they bend, press them out so they're not collapsing inward. We don't want that. Now let's come forward, sit back with your hips, press your knees open, hold here, keep breathing. Shoulders away from ears, take a deep breath in, and then twist to one side as you exhale, and then come back to center, over to the other side. One more each way. Now coming back to center and coming up. So now we're going to be turning the feet side to side. So you may not need your towel underneath you. If you're going to move it, put your hand on your leg so you have support while you move it. Let's turn this foot straight that way, and this foot turns in. Now we're turning in the direction of our front foot, this way. And then we're going to carefully come up on the tiptoes of the back foot. So inhale, and then as you exhale, sink down into your lunge. Front knee is over the ankle. Inhale, rise up, straighten your front leg. Exhale, bend your front leg. Try to keep this back leg straight. Do it again. And one more. Now, arms down at your sides for balance. Switch directions. Turn this foot in. This foot turns out. Keep your balance. Turn all the way this way and come up on the tiptoes of your back foot. Sink down into your lunge. Bend your front knee. And then inhale, rise up. Exhale. Bend your front knee, up and down. So right now, be mindful, having your eyes on one stationary point and keeping your mind clear and calm. That's part of our inner strength that we're working on. And then we'll come back to center. Your arms come down to your sides. Our outer strength we're working on by working our legs. Turn this foot out, turn this foot in, come up on the tiptoes of your back foot. Now we'll add some arms to this. So we'll inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend your front knee. Do it again. If you need your elbows bent, by all means, bend your elbows to be comfortable. One more. Now we'll come down here. We'll stay here. Maybe your arms come back up. Maybe they stay down. See what works best for you. Now we release that. We come up. We change sides. Keeping your mind quiet. Finding your focal point. Finding your high lunge. Inhale. Exhale. Feel the strength. We're building in the legs right now. Feel the stretch that's happening in the hip of the back leg. Now leave the arms up and settle down. And we come back up to the front, and then we'll bring ourselves to a narrow stance. Mountain pose, that means your feet are directly under your hips. Your body is tall and straight and equally balanced, right to left, front to back. Let's bring the hands together. Just a couple of breaths here. You can leave your eyes open if that helps you with your balance. And speaking of balance, we're going to do a little balancing right now. So you may want your arms down at your sides. You may want to be near a wall. Otherwise, hands here, up onto the tiptoes. Be mindful now, mindful of your balance and your breathing. Feel the strength that we're building, our outer strength and our calf muscles, our ankles and feet. Feel the inner strength that's taking place with your quieting down on the inside, your focal point. All right, and then we'll lower all the way down. Relax your arms. Roll your shoulders. Now let's sit into chair pose. So I'm just going to show you the chair pose that we're doing. I'll show you from the side. You can continue to face forward. Okay, so it's like a lightning bolt shape from the side view, isn't it? So find chair pose with your hands on your legs. Now this is going to become eagle pose. Eagle as in the American symbol, the bald eagle. So now we'll take our right foot and we'll cross it over. So ankle crosses in front of ankle. You're on your right tiptoes and you're flat down on your left foot. Shoulders back. Keep sitting down. We started with chair pose. We're going to continue to have that essence of chair pose. And then we'll take our left forearm on top and we'll bring the backs of the hands together. Shoulders down. If you can get your elbow on top, not just your forearm, then you can bring the backs of the hands together. And if you can bring your palms together by wrapping a little further around, do that. Keep sitting back. Keep breathing. Now we go right from our eagle pose and we take off into the 5-pointed star. Hold here and breathe. And then we'll come back into mountain pose. We'll sit into chair. We'll cross the left ankle in front of the right ankle. You're on the tiptoes of your left foot, shoulders back. Keep sitting. And then we'll take our right forearm on top or right elbow on top. Backs of the hands come toward one another, or palms. Shoulders down, arms up, keep sitting. So we're squeezing our arms and legs somewhat tightly together. Make sure that you're not holding your breath. Now let's open up into 5-pointed star. So the antithesis of squeezing things together. We're opening things apart. Mindfully finding your balance here. And then we'll step in, mountain pose. Relax, eyes open or closed, it's up to you. Open your eyes if they're closed. Let's come back down to the ground. Come down any way that works for you. And we'll come to a comfortable seated position. So for me, that's sitting up on my towel, right at the front edge of my folded towel. That might be your option that feels better as well. It doesn't matter which leg is in front, just cross your legs in a comfortable fashion. Bringing your feet further forward if you need to. Now let's inhale. Lean over to the right as you exhale. Stay here. Try to stay in your mindful place. And then we'll switch. Inhale, exhale over. Keep breathing as you hold. Shoulders relaxed. Come back to center. Settle your shoulders. Let your arms come into your lap, palms up or palms down. Ears over the shoulders. Now for just a moment, let your focal point come forward or close your eyes. And just feel the sensations in your body right now. Open if they were closed. Let's bring the arms to the sides and we'll roll the shoulders up and back and down. And again. One more. So how did that feel? Paying attention and cultivating mindfulness is so important. Not just when we're on our yoga mat, anytime. Staying in the present moment can be valuable in so many different ways. So try to practice it as often as you can. And of course, our outer strength, all of the leg strength, all of the core strength, the arm strength that we had to show, that we had to produce, that we had to generate for this practice, Yeah, I'm sure you noticed that and you felt that. Keep practicing that as well. As usual, thanks for joining me, and until next time, be well.